Hey y'all, DW Birds, Hickbilly Outdoors. Gonna bring y'all something a little bit different today, something I hope y'all like. I'm on another one of my little creeks, one I haven't been to with y'all before. We're gonna spend an hour or so looking for artifacts. Yeah, arrowheads, things like that. So I hope y'all enjoy this. I'm gonna talk about some things, I'm gonna throw some of my Hickbilly views out at y'all, and maybe we'll find something. Stay tuned. Okay, here's what we got, folks. We got us another one of my little creeks. I got 5 of them in this area. Water's down a little bit. Thank goodness for a change. I haven't been here since the last, well, I haven't been here hardly at all. I haven't had time. I'm probably following some trespassers. After every high water event, you know, aka floods, folks beat it to these creeks to try to find new stuff. It's washing off the banks, or a lot of stuff was broke into this creeks, one of my feelings over the years. And but we're going to do a little walk around. We're going to go up here about a quarter mile, maybe a little less. And I've only got about an hour, hour and a half to give this, because I have some fishing type stuff I want to try to do today too. Quick explanation when I say artifacts. While I'm hunting arrowheads or anything else that was man-made, these are not Indian artifacts. I want to get that real clear, my feelings, and there's a lot of science that can back me up on this. This is ancient Mayan stuff we're looking for. We're looking for things that were made 3,000 to 6,000, 7,000 years ago. I'd love to find something 10 or 12,000. It doesn't happen much around here. That's before Indians. That's before Native Americans. Native Americans, as a people, were about the last 1,000, 1,500 years. They weren't back in those days. I've been attacked by Native Americans for stealing their ancestors' whatever, sacred rocks, whatever. Stealing them. I don't sell them. I give stuff away. I've never sold anything. I'm not stealing. But most of the stuff you find here, it predates North American Indians. It's just a fact. The stuff that's left here, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, hopefully longer, are Europeans. They were white. Go figure, right? Just science to back it up. Sleuthing technologies and things from Europe, pretty much proven. The oldest stuff in America is upwards of 20,000 years old, and that was not Native Americans. That was not brown-skinned folks. They came later. I think they came from South America. I think they came that Mongols or whatever from the Siberian type people that has the look of the Native American Indian. So that's kind of there's your lesson for today. The way I feel about it and the way I find stuff, I find very little artifacts that date that 1,000, 1,500 years. I think by the time that happened, the tribes were formed. They formed their own cultures, their own religions before the white man come along. Again, I think they were in more tribes by then. I think they were in bigger river areas. I think they were more cultured, and they didn't seem to be here. Now, there are things found around here, and there's caches. A lot of times you'll find a bunch of stuff in one spot where they camped, searching, whatever. But they were farmers by then. They were doing other things. The guys I'm looking for, stuff that's left here, most stuff I find, 99.8% of stuff I find, were the hunter-gatherers, nomadic folks. They came, they went, they had no religion. As far as we know, they weren't nothing like the modern American Indians from 1,000 years ago, if that makes any sense. So we're going to do a little looking around. Let's see if we can find something. Woo-hoo! Whoa! We've had 3 nights in low 60s. That water is chilly. And there's my first footprints of trespassers. Son of a buck. I have permission, folks. It's just too easy to get permission to do this. There's too many public places you can do it. Man, that water's cold. Frickin' trespassers. That means the easiest death's been found. No big deal. I'm going to do a little walk anyway and talk about it some. This creek has changed so much since I was here last. We came in here one time mushroom hunting this spring and walked it a little bit. Fortunately, a lot of these trespassers don't know what they're looking for. If it is not a notched point, then it's not an arrowhead. That's what they're looking for, is arrowheads. I find tools, I find, people all call them scrapers. Who knows? I'm glad I didn't have to scrape nothing with some of that stuff I found. I found some big old tools in this creek. I found hose. I've also found some great points. But like I say, I can still see tracks. I've been beat to this by weeks because the last high water we had was at least 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I'm going to do some looking around. I'm not going to keep filming boring people. I'll explain a little bit what I'm doing here as I go. I got my horrible walking stick because I could not find one of my good hose. I had one I made several years back. It was tremendous. I gave it to somebody, loaned it, I don't remember. And I'll get by with this. There's a whole bunch of creek chubs in that hole. About all you'll find anymore, some creek chubs. There's some big ones. Beaver stick. A lot of stuff to be found on these creeks. As long as you're not looking for bass or big sunfish, we're good. So I'm going to turn this thing off, do some walking around, see if I can make you believe I really find something. Because I hope I find something. Well, I've been at this maybe 20 or 25 minutes. Walking too fast probably, although over the years I can't tell if picking along slow or walking fast is best. I've found them just about every way. And I don't have any points to show you, of course. That'd be fortuitous. But I want to show you some things I have found that are man-made. Not very well man-made, but it's a start. This piece here, hard to tell. It's just all beat up. But what it is, that is the bulb of percussion. See that round? It's real shiny. That's where a massive hit was off a bigger rock and knocked it off. You can see the pressure waves in it. You can tell by the patina, the color and age of the rock. Somebody did this. This is a nodule, a kind of rock, a different form of rock. It's still chert. We don't have any flint in America. Flint is English. Europe. We have chert. So when you talk about flint napping, we're chert napping. This is a nodule. It's a turtle back rounded rock that sometimes has great stuff inside to make a point out of. The reason I know this is an artifact per se, it's been whacked on. One hit. I found whole caches of these, whole storage facilities of these things, with that one hit taken off because they wanted to check out the inside. They wanted to see what the color of the rock was. See if it had a big powder pocket, see if it could be used. One hit. That one actually went kind of deep, and I'm thinking he didn't like the way it looked right there. I wouldn't like it if I was trying to keep it. There's a little spot there. It shows some powder. I'm betting he took that whack and chunked it. Again, not an artifact, but what this is, if you can see the little corners on it? It's had several big old flakes knocked off of it. That's all. Who knows? It's been tumbled in the creek. It's got lots of damage. It was, actually there's some little bitty hits along its leading edge. He was trying, but it's got a cup on the other side. It's not a good rock. Was a beginner, hoping for something, whatever. Didn't happen. Here's a big old long flake, whatever. Again, you can see, I think you can see all the little angles where hits were made, where pieces were drove off of it. It didn't work, but it definitely is the patina shows it. You can see some of the percussion marks. They tried. And then I just picked this one up just now. This is ugly. Actually, this could be considered an artifact because it's been worked. It's been broke now. I don't know if you can see that. This is a piece of mozarkite, which not a lot of mozarkite around here. You go 20 miles south, southwest here, there's a lot of mozarkite. So this creek here goes 10 miles south. It's been worked all the way down that edge. Now it's been beat up in the water. But you see it's worked all around that edge. It had a big old pocket in it though. I mean, there's a big old divots drawn out at the top of it. It's just horrible. But Mozarkite's really hard. It's almost agate. And it has to be heat treated to make good stuff out of it. I mean, there's big old divots and flakes were drawn off of this. This is the best piece so far. And that edge is worked. At one time it may have been bigger. It's been broke by the creek. The patina on this broke side does not match the front. It's been broke, recently, or thousands of years after it was made. Got that nice sharp little edge on there. I mean, this was something, but Mozarkite's tough. You almost have to cook it, heat treat it. And they were smart people, they could do that. So that's 25 minutes or so, that's what I found. Falling behind a bunch of trespassers. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time. I'd like to find y'all something more identifiable. These are not Indian sex stones. I can't tell you what that means. Look it up on the interweb. These are real. And the coolest part about this is the last time somebody touched this rock 4, 5, 6,000 years ago. There's a lot of romanticism to that, but I always find it's really cool. I was the first person to handle it since somebody made this. It's been dead, and every family member they ever had. It's just amazing to me. So we're not done yet. I'm gonna keep on looking. Hopefully we'll find something. Well, guys, I find these from time to time. It's an artifact. I really don't know the point of it, except it was easy to make. It was a flat rock already, but this has been napped all the way around, every corner. Been broke since in the creek, but they tried to make something out of it because the rock was already the size. You can see the big old flakes drawn off. It wasn't a very good rock to work with. You see that uneven edge. Call it a scraper. I don't know what you'd scrape with it. A Subway sandwich maybe, but just found that probably 4 foot from where I found that last one. So that's something. Keep on looking. We're getting ready to head back. Well, guys, we're about an hour and a half now, and I need to get going. I need to get some fishing done. I know it sounds like a lot of work. I got to keep this channel moving and try and do some different things. And the underwater stuff I'm way behind on. Found a few more things. Nothing major, nothing critical great. Found another one of those nodules I was talking about. If you can see where they whacked. It's a concave one that's not very good. Big old chip there, big old flake. These are all man-made. You can tell by how precise the hits were. Just pieces and parts mostly, nothing fancy. And this little piece of sugar quartz, I don't know how they did. I never had been able to make a point out of sugar quartz. Nice little flake, again debitage. But that's it. That's what it's all about. I did find that one point, which was really cool. Guys, thanks for watching this. Try to do some things different. Try to get people interested in what I'm doing. Part of being a Hickbilly, I wade these creeks not near often enough, but get out here and found some beaver sign, found some bobcat tracks, stuff for later on. All the time I'm looking. Heard a bunch of baby crows carrying on, mama crow. Can't never have too many crows. They eat really good. Well, okay, maybe not. Anyway, that's it for today. We're going to go fishing, I hope, maybe. Starting to get hot. What a great afternoon for fishing, right? Guys, Dale Verts here. Maybe today you'd been glad to be me, because this was really an enjoyable last hour and a half or so. But you're not me, and you ain't a Hickbilly unless you can be like me, because Hickbillies are special folks. We're not hillbillies. Hillbillies don't wade creeks. Hillbillies drink water out of these creeks, right here with the minnows and crawdads. Okay, that's not nice. There you go. God bless y'all. We'll talk at you later.